Hello everybody, my name is Mr.MidKnight, and today we're going to talk about the mimicry in modern gaming, in the age of remakes, and how Fortnite Battle Royale and Epic Games ruin modern gaming. You see, when Fortnite was first announced, it was announced as a zombie game, a build-a-zombie game with your friends, until their Battle Royale started to make a lot of money, and when I mean a lot of money, I mean an ass ton of money. For instance, this year alone, in 2025, even though this year is 2026, Fortnite generated $5 to $6 billion in 1 year just off microtransactions. So when Fortnite Battle Royale came out in July of 2017, when I was a teenager, and brought along with it a horrendous business model. I mean, I shouldn't say horrendous, it's been generating millions and millions of dollars every day. So, it's not horrendous, only it is horrendous in other ways. It's greedy practices that they keep enacting every year since. I mean, Call of Duty, which I grew up on since I was a child, I was born in 2003, and some of the best Call of Duties only came out when I was like 4 years old in 2007 and 2008. Pretty good Call of Duties that came out years after that, all the way up until about 2015. It only got really shitty once Fortnite enacted the Battle Pass business model. You see, this business model really only affects teenagers and children and adults who have the extra money to throw at it. Because you don't see a 23-year-old man spending $20 a month on Fortnite Battle Royale. Not unless they have an obsession with it, they like the game, or they have the extra money to put forth to the game. This business model has single-handedly dismantled and destroyed Call of Duty. I mean, look at how it is now. They got pink gay flags everywhere. They got fucking Teletubbies running around everywhere. They have Saul running around everywhere. They have any and every character inside these games that make logically no sense at all. I mean, fuck. Rainbow Six Siege, or I should just say Rainbow Six in general, is supposed to be one of the most masculine games in modern times, yet I can run around as Mr. fucking Meeseeks from Rick and Morty. Not saying it's not masculine, it just pulls you out of the immersion a little bit. I mean, you don't go over to the SWAT team in your local area and you see them wearing any Teletubby fucking uniforms or wolf outfits or anything like that. And if you enjoy it, go ahead and spend your money on it. No judge here on me. But when you're poisoning my children's minds with nonsensical bullshit because you want them to run into my bedroom and steal my credit card and go buy your latest furry costume even though you know they're not going to wear it in a week, grimy and greedy. And it's not just Epic Games and Activision that are doing this. Ever since 2017 and before, just a little bit before that, every game has done the Battle Pass model. And it's such a greedy and disgusting model. And it extends to other problems in gaming, like the mimicry paradox, or like how it is today in the age of fucking remakes, and why Eastern games, and I mean by Eastern games is Asian games, are gonna overtake Western games. Because Western games, the biggest names that you can think of, won't get the hint. They won't stop pandering to the 1%. And I'm not saying there's not games that aren't good nowadays, like Ready or Not, or Marvel Rivals, or other things that do have battle passes in it are good games. But you cannot deny, this shit has been going a little bit too long and a little bit frustrating. I mean, it's getting to the point now where single player games can't even be single player games. They have to have battle passes and a multiplayer and blah 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 blah. I mean, look at Batman Arkham. The game was the pinnacle of superhero gaming, not 15 years ago, not 10 years ago, but now look at it. They got straight garbage Suicide Squad and okay Gotham Knights. Yes, the leadership has changed and the dev team has changed, but holy shit, guys, you had a formula. Stick to it. And I don't even want to get into the age of remakes. I mean, they can't even find a new IP to the point where they're bringing out games that we've been playing for fucking 20 years over and over and over again for the new generation. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I don't want to keep paying for the same game I've been playing for 10, 20 years over and over and over again because you guys can't come up with new shit and you can't keep a retention rate. Ubisoft is on its deathbed. It's dying. Nobody likes its games. Assassin's Creed has literally no reason why it should be mimicking everybody else. when Assassin's Creed is one of the oldest franchises in gaming industry? I mean, we've explained these to these people many, many times, how and what we want from these games. I mean, it's not difficult. You've been producing a product for the same group of people for decades. How can you not understand what we want? Exactly why Ubisoft is on its deathbed is exactly why Activision will soon die. People get tired of buying the same game every year, just like they buy 2K every fucking year. They'll stop buying the games, they'll stop buying the skins, and then they'll slowly realize, oh, okay, maybe we should go back to how it used to be, how it once was. I mean, it's so bad now that beloved franchises have the main characters that we loved ever so much get cucked out by fucking girl bosses. And I'm not saying you can't have a strong female lead. You absolutely can, and it's been done before. But relentlessly pandering to 1% people and then just throwing story elements into a character isn't going to make them strong, isn't going to make them emotional, isn't going to make them complex. Okay, making them a girl boss isn't going to make them a complex character. It's just as simple as that. Nobody likes your game. And I'm not mad when you kill off a titular character. I'm not mad when you kill off a main character. But do it correctly and in the right way and respectfully. And maybe, just maybe, it'll blow over. Maybe people will accept it. A great example of a main character dying is Walter fucking White. He dies at the end of Breaking Bad, correct? Right? And everybody fucking loves Breaking Bad. It's one of Netflix's best shows, if not the best show Netflix has ever produced. Yet, the main character dies at the end. But they do it in the correct way. They only have 5 or 6 seasons of Breaking Bad, so it's not overstaying its welcome. And Walter White dies at the end. Understand that that's what the story was leading up to, was Walter White's death. And like I said before, the age of remakes and the age of greed and nostalgia and absolutely no creativity is it extends into other facets of life, like movies, TV shows, and entertainment. But again, that's probably for another video. Let's circle back to the main problem here, which is Fortnite, Epic Games, and the age of greed. How many people remember a time where you could get all of everything? Skins, gun skins, anything that you wanted in-game without paying for it. If you wanted it right then and there, you can go pay for it. But what happened to the time where you could get the skin or the character or the gun or whatever in the game by playing the game? Because I always thought that time spent in a game meant that there's more money in your pocket, right? No, it's actually the other way around now. If you don't spend money in the game, then you're fucked. And that's something that adults understand who have, problems and struggle in life. And that's what these companies understand, these CEOs understand. They understand that a child is most likely going to go steal or pay for all of this. And if they do end up getting a grown-up to pay for all this, then it's only going to be $20. So they do a monthly schedule. So you're fucked that way too. Who can remember a day as playing a Star Killer and going around and collecting Kyber crystals and being excited when you unlock that new outfit? Who remembers struggling to get the Kyber crystals? Who remembers struggling to get the outfits instead of just paying $45 for it? And granted, the new Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order with Cal Kestis in it is doing that. They're doing it to where you can find everything in game. And I really am surprised EA did that. But in light, of the Star Wars games that we're talking about now, look at Battlefront 2. The game is good now, but they had to give everything for free to where you had to get it in-game because people complained that there was battle passes even back then. Nobody wants your shit loot boxes. Nobody wants your shit monthly subscription. Nobody wants your garbage fucking skins. And when I do buy a skin, I want to get something out of it, a lot out of it, because you're taking money that I worked for. Perfect example of a gaming company that understands this is Behavior Interactive. Although I still think it's greedy and I still think it's kind of scummy, Behavior Interactive at least gives you what you paid for. I mean, I can run around as a giant grizzly bear with a cat on my shoulder. I don't know if that's just my bias towards horror, and call me out if you want. But I feel like you get a lot more bang for your buck in Dead by Daylight than you do in Fortnite Battle Royale. Or Marvel Rivals. You get animations, you get interactions, you get sprays, you get backgrounds. You get a lot more bang for your buck than you do in Fortnite Battle Royale or even Call of Duty. It's still scummy, it's still greedy, and that's why I'm bringing this into a video, because it seems to be like a disease, like an illness. It seems to leak into literally every facet of life. Once it works for one person, it's gonna work for everyone. I mean, they're doing it in subscriptions on streaming services. I mean, I can't even share my password with someone that lives in another home because they want more money. I mean, it's disgusting. I remember a time when I could have one Netflix account and have 3 different homes on one Netflix account. But now, they track that shit. So you gotta pay either more money to them or delete those other people from the other homes. And this type of corporate greed that's like tendrils on your back, sucking out your financial soul, is simply put up to, I want more money because I want more money. These people can never get enough, almost to the point where they're like, hey, let's just keep remaking the same game every year for a new generation of console, even though these people are probably, if they're not stupid, won't buy it anymore. Hey, let's just keep remaking the same shit because these people eat it up. And guess what? Most people do. And then they sit back and wonder why modern gaming and modern cinema is fucking garbage. Like, at least if you're gonna do a remake, then remake it. Do the story again. Or just remake it in its entirety. Redo the story. Make it different. Make it better. Make it worse. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. Stop doing what we've told you to stop doing for the last 20 fucking years and make what we told you to make. I mean, 90% of people agree. I just remember a time when, you know, video gaming didn't feel like a chore. It didn't feel like I had to do it because, you know, like it was doing the dishes. I don't want to have to do the same thing over and over again. And it's exactly why games like Helldivers and Asian, Eastern games are going to overtake Western games eventually if the West doesn't understand and learn their fucking lesson. Anyway, that's about all I have for you.
In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.